Did you always dream about being a mother?
Well, yeah. I mean, that was the dream. The dream for me when I was growing up, all I wanted to do was have 6 kids. So much so that I would think about it day and night. I had things planned out in my head. That was my goal in life, to get married and be able to raise a family, have 6 kids, and live happily ever after. And in those days, when I was growing up, I sound like a dinosaur, but there were no cell phones. There were no, I barely had color TV. So there was no real form of communication or things to compare yourself to or things that inspired me. So I don't know where and when I got inspired, but I was watching Leave It to Beaver and I Love Lucy and all those shows and the Flintstones and everything in between, the Jetsons. And, you just saw the future and your life as more traditional in those days. I was born in the 50s. I was a 50s baby, and I think I kind of grew up like a 50s child, even though I graduated from high school in the 70s, but all I ever wanted to do was have kids. So the year after I graduated from high school, I met Daddy, and I just thought was the dream, was to have babies and, sail off into the sunset. Do you know what's interesting? When I was getting divorced from your dad, I thought, wow, how did that go so sideways? I was supposed to have 6 kids. I always thought that was my destiny. That was what was going to happen. And I used to pray about it and I claimed it and it was going to happen. So I really thought I messed up when there weren't 6 of you guys at the time. I think about that often. I thought how interesting that was one of the main takeaways from that whole experience.
And I think also
Kris Jenner, the matriarch of the Kardashian-Jenner clan, made a highly anticipated appearance on her daughter Khloé's new podcast. Eager fans tuned in to hear the mother-daughter duo's candid conversation, filled with the signature Kardashian wit and wisdom. Kris shared insights into Khloé's personal journey, offering motherly advice and words of encouragement as Khloé navigates her latest venture. The episode was a must-listen for any Kardashian enthusiast, providing a behind-the-scenes glimpse into the family's dynamic and Kris's unwavering support for her children's endeavors. Khloé Kardashian's highly anticipated new podcast has finally arrived, and the first episode featured a very special guest, her one and only momager, Kris Jenner. Fans were thrilled to hear the dynamic duo's candid conversation, where Kris opened up about the ins and outs of the Kardashian-Jenner empire. From juicy behind-the-scenes stories to insightful business advice, Kris shared a glimpse into the family's world that had listeners hooked. Khloé skillfully navigated the discussion, seamlessly transitioning between light-hearted banter and thought-provoking topics. This inaugural episode set the tone for what promises to be an entertaining and enlightening podcast series, giving fans an unfiltered look at the Kardashian-Jenner clan. As Khloé's closest confidant and business partner, Kris Jenner couldn't be more thrilled about her daughter's latest endeavor, a brand new podcast. Kris has always been Khloé's biggest cheerleader, offering unwavering guidance and support throughout her career. She sees this podcast as the perfect platform for Khloé to share her unfiltered thoughts, emotions, and life experiences with her loyal fan base. Kris knows firsthand the power of Khloé's voice and is confident that her candid and relatable nature will resonate deeply with listeners. With Kris's seasoned industry expertise and Khloé's magnetic personality, the duo is poised to create a truly captivating podcast that will further solidify Khloé's status as a beloved public figure and entrepreneur. Fans were abuzz with excitement over Kris Jenner's appearance on Khloé's new podcast. Social media platforms were flooded with commentary and discussions as Khloé's dedicated fan base eagerly tuned in to hear the mother-daughter duo's insightful conversation. The episode's impact on Khloé's following was palpable, as her audience expressed their delight at the rare opportunity to gain a more intimate glimpse into the famous family's dynamic. The podcast's success further solidified Khloé's status as a rising media powerhouse, with her fans eagerly anticipating future episodes that might feature other Kardashian-Jenner family members.